The biggest Warzone update in years is almost here, and I'm gonna tell you all about it. Now, in case you guys don't know yet or you're living under a rock, on Thursday, April 3rd, Verdansk is returning along with many fan favorite weapons, and we just got the patch notes. So let's talk all about it. And make sure if you guys are new, subscribe down below, like today's video, and comment if you guys will be returning for Verdansk in 2025. Now, on April 3rd, Verdansk will be returning with solos, duos, trios, and quads with 150 players, just like old times. There's also going to be Plunder. If you guys know the OG days of Plunder where you would drop in a storage town, that was always a vibe. Plunder is returning, and there's going to be a new BR casual mode with 148 players, and it says around 30 real players and mostly bots where you can, learn how to play the game and learn how to play BR. With the launch of Season 3, they are also bringing back the Kilo 141, a fan favorite weapon, the AMAX, which is my baby, my literal baby, and say a prayer for my hairline, the HDR, which is gonna one-shot snipe again from any range. You heard that right, any range. My poor forehead. All right, let's get straight into these patch notes because there's a lot of them. I do want to apologize because I'm going to be yapping in this, but it's a very good yap to know a lot of information of the best map ever is coming back. So welcome home. Verdansk is back. I'll probably speedrun some of the stuff that we already know. I was just actually on a creator call with some of the devs and stuff, so we actually haven't gotten full detail of what's going on. So things that either I told you guys already or we kind of already know, probably speedrun. So obviously the map will be a little bit different. Trees are going to be slightly repositioned in different areas. Swimming is now going to be in the game. Yikes. And obviously a lot better improved lighting, visibility, things like that, things that we are expecting. The OG shower Gulag is back. The thing they also told us is that there is now no events, so there's not going to be a ton of cash on the grounds and things like that. It is going to be the OG showers Gulag. I gotta be honest, when Verdansk drops, this is going to be the only shower I'm taking for weeks, so I'm pretty excited. And they did say too that as zones go forward, so like zone 2, 3, 4, 5, the gun you get in the Gulag and the loadout you get from the Gulag will be progressively getting better, which I like because there was nothing like coming back from the Gulag with a pistol in zone 5. You're dead. So that's pretty cool. Rebirth Island, boo, we don't care. And like I said, BR Casual will be dropping 120 bots, 28 players. This is going to be kind of a new way to play for people that either haven't played Warzone or haven't played Verdansk or the game in a long time. You can get your guns leveled up. It's just a vibey kind of experience for people to learn how to play the game. I think it's a W. High Trip is coming back, which is nice. And obviously BR, like I said, that's the core experience. Solo, duos, trios, quads on Verdansk, OG, 150 players. It's going to be great. Plunder also, that's going to be the best way for a lot of people to rank up their guns and do the camo grind. I actually did just finish Abyss camo, so it's been a journey to say the least. So I'm excited for that. Obviously the AMAX is coming back, so Abyss camo grind, and to get the AMAX Abyss is going to be dope. I'll be grinding that on Plunder, so excited for that. Boot camp again. Resurgence, I'm skipping ahead some here. Ranked play is not dropping until season 3.5, so I'm not going to cover that until later because obviously I'm trying to get into the goodies. Free fall shooting is back. Shooting with your pistol in the air, just like it was in Verdansk. I love that. Obviously flying in, being able to get 2, 3 kills in the air was always so cool. Being shot out of the sky or like chased down, or sometimes a midair battle and then you and another person just land in the middle of nowhere just for pure ego. I love that. That's back. The endgame circle pacing, so they have changed that to feel like the OG BR feel. Now I gotta be honest, they changed this from how it used to be. So it's going to be just like it says here, the pacing is faithful to the original timings of the gas closing as well as the circle size and movement. This means that BR matches will run longer to create a well-defined initial looting phase. Love that. I think now, like I've said and preached, and I'm glad they're finally listening to some of the things I say, they are making these changes. No zips, no Gulag tokens, all that kind of stuff, making BR feel way more fast-paced and not how it should be. So they are going back to that OG feel. I say OG again, I'm sorry. I've said it a million times, of how Verdansk felt. Going on to the gameplay here. Ascenders on Verdansk. To bring back the classic feel of Verdansk, external ascenders have been disabled at launch, but are scheduled to return mid-season. Internal ascenders within elevator shafts remain operational, meaning the outside zips on buildings will not be there, I guess, but the inside ones will. But there will be no balloons, which is a massive W. I've been preaching that for a while. Gulag loadouts within the Gulag have been reworked to improve variety and balancing. Love that. And these loadouts will change as the game progresses. So obviously they will be getting better as the zones go on. As we move along through these patch notes here, we have the floating loot returning in Verdansk, obviously like it was, just like in 2020. And I do want to get an OG or Verdansk counter, or like the video, smash that like button every time I say OG or Verdansk. I'm so sorry. But that is coming back. Obviously it's going to be way better because, like it says here, it's going to be floating in the air for better visibility and interactability. Right now, loot falls to the floor. It's a mess. Great change. Now touching on the big stuff here, I love this so much, and I know this is probably a controversial take, but second chance mechanics are now gone. So the following items have been removed from loot: Gulag tokens, reinforcement flares, and redeploy tokens. The only way to come back: Gulag victories, buy stations, or jailbreak public events. I love this. I've been preaching this. Let BR feel like BR. Let Resurgence feel like Resurgence. Have a good game mode that it doesn't feel like it's just a mesh between the modes, where instead I can play the game and land in over and over, buy a Gulag token, keep coming back. It just got way too cheesy. I love this. It's gonna make actually playing your life, playing it like a BR, rotating early, valuing your life as a player, come back, and I love that. Self-reses can only be acquired via the following resources: legendary supply drops, scavengers, buy stations, or fire sales. Love that again. Even in Warzone 2, people could carry 3-4 self-reses. It got insane. So glad they are cutting down on that. And again, your life matters. In returning back to the classic feel of Verdansk, we're going back to a simpler set of second chance mechanics that are faithful to the original BR experience. Love it. Hit the nail on the head. So on to another great change. They're going back to the classic vertical buy station and not the insane left, right, up, down, left, right, GTA cheat code to buy something in the buy stations like they are right now, which I think I love. Obviously, they did tell us too that loadouts will be 6,000 in solos, 10,000 for everything else, I believe. Just like it was in Verdansk. Love it, love it, love it. And the vertical design is back. A small feature which I touched on is there is gonna be a redeploy all feature for you. If you go to a buy and you're buying back your teammates, you don't have to individually click. You can buy and click redeploy all. And if you don't have enough money to redeploy everybody, it's gonna buy back the person that has the most money. So they said that they have kind of went back and forth on, is it who's been kind of dead the longest, who has the most damage, kills, all that kind of stuff. But they said for a BR experience, who has the most money. So that's going to be a great feature. Love to see that back. And now we get to the scary stuff. They're nerfing movement. Let's get into it. Adjustments. The introduction to Black Ops 6 Omni movement system is revolutionary gameplay and has become the foundation of players' movement in Warzone. While the system launched with multiplayer-inspired values, we've recognized the need for adjustments to better align movement dynamics with the unique demands of Call of Duty Warzone features. Season 3 focuses on fine-tuning Black Ops 6 player movement by ensuring a balance between fluidity and responsiveness. The adjustments to movement mechanics are as below. And I do want to say real quick, I definitely understand the movement nerf. A lot of it is because of Call of Duty, and it is their fault because the default settings for Omni movement are absolutely horrible, and a lot of people that are either coming back to the game or don't get to play a lot are not going to watch a JoeWo movement guide. As much as I would love for you guys to do that, a lot of people aren't doing that, right? So the default settings were so bad, and I understand why people hate it on Omni movement. I personally love it, but I understand the hate because for default, it was horrible. Crouch movement speed reduced by 10%. Crouch to stand speed increased by 15. So they are going back to try to feel like that OG 2020 feel. Now, I'm not gonna get way too ahead here. I gotta feel it and experience it. These numbers, I've learned from my mistakes in the past, gassing up an update. I'm not doing that yet until I feel the movement, but I knew that it was definitely getting nerfed. Crouch to stand speed while ADS increased. Prone movement speed reduced by 5%. Sprint movement speed reduced by 5%. Directional sprint animation blend speeds increased for improved fluidity. These values bring Call of Duty's Warzone movement speed closer to the spirit of the original experience while preserving the fluidity of Black Ops 6. We encourage players to go hands-on with these fine-tuned changes, as they can be hard to express in a patch note. B-hopping is back? Maybe? Reduce the cooldown by 40% for improved responsiveness during repeated jumps. This sounds like B-hopping, without saying it's B-hopping. 40% sounds like a lot of it, a big number for an increase. But again, we have to play it to actually know. Wouldn't mind B-hopping coming back, but we'll see. Omni sprint, slide, and back speed scaling reduced by 8.5% to balance strafe movement. Is what it is. I did love the days of Caldera and stuff with very strafey guns. Even the FAR, the AK, all those guns in Verdansk were very strafey, but it is what it is. Slide friction increased by 4% to reduce overly slippery engagements. They're nerfing me. We'll see. These adjustments address the dominant power of strafe engagement while maintaining movement fluidity, yada, yada, yada. Slide speed and slide friction, it's going to be slowing down the slide speed. Now, as we keep rocking and rolling here, I do want to apologize if you guys hear rain behind me. It is storming super bad in North Carolina right now, so I'm sorry, but hopefully that will wash all the pollen away. I'm speed running this because there's a lot to get through, and I'm trying to get you guys the most important stuff. I'll probably do a more kind of detailed one later for guns that you should be ranking up and all that kind of stuff, but more of like the important stuff. Something I did see too, which I'm very, very excited about, is the C4 and heartbeat look like they're starting to come back. We see the heartbeat here has an increased battery life from 60 to 120 seconds. We cannot return home properly without welcoming back the heartbeat sensor. Obviously, for a long time, the heartbeat has not been good. It's going to be a very, very good field upgrade like it used to be back in the day. The other thing I saw too is C4s are looking like they are going to be back, and that's going to be exciting. There's a full graph, which I'll find here shortly, showing what C4s can do. Throwing C4s again, we might have a C4 meta where you can blow up cars that are driving by. All of the legendary clips and how good C4s are back. Weapons here. Now, I'm going to be doing a full video and a full breakdown probably this Wednesday, letting you guys know what guns you should be leveling. So I'm not going to break down every single patch note for every single gun, but I am going to go over high level. Obviously, like I said, Kilo's coming back. One of the greatest guns in Warzone history. It's back in town. My baby, the AMAX. I have a 3D printed one right there. Shout out to my editor who's editing this video right now for getting me that as a gift. The AMAX is back. I'm so freaking excited, baby. This is my favorite gun ever, man. And I hope it feels like it does. HCR, it's coming back. It will be able to one-shot enemy players from any distance, which is insane. You guys know I'm the king of getting headshot sniped. I might be the movement king, but I move the most and get headshot sniped the most. Make it make sense. I know a lot of people are excited for this. I'm a sniper hater, but I think for the greater good of the game, this is a W. And one of the scariest things I've ever seen in all of these patch notes, the Kali sticks will be coming back. They're back. 2-hit kill, extremely fast attack speed and short range. 2-hit kill. Warzone might actually be back. Also going on here, the monolithic suppressor's back. The biggest thing I said for them bringing back a lot of these OG guns is the sound of the gun is so important. And I think if they have the monolithic suppressor again on the AMAX, hopefully it sounds like it does, because obviously a lot of people run compensators now, and now the monolithic's coming back for superior sound suppression and range. It does do the increased weight, but that's normal. And I'm excited to extend that damage range on big maps like Verdansk while concealing your position. That's exciting again. And obviously the default loadout crates. I am going to be doing a full video on the default loadouts and perks because they are supposed to be a lot better. We'll see. And I know a lot of you guys don't have a lot of guns ranked up, perks, all that kind of stuff. So I will be letting you guys know the best guns or default guns to use. Now, obviously, a lot of these weapon adjustments I will be doing a video on Wednesday, so stay around for that. I'm not going to be breaking down all this kind of stuff because there's a lot. Like I said, I've been talking a lot. The OG vehicles are coming back. Heli, cargo truck, Polaris, LTV, ATV, Big Bertha's back. You can run people over just like in the OG days. This is crazy. Obviously, like I said, C4 will be one hit to everything except the cargo truck, which is insane. C4 is back. This is probably going to be at least my go-to for a lethal because it's Verdansk again. Throwing a C4 on a full team of 4. I have legendary clips. So do you guys. Blowing up vehicles like that. That's going to be super, super cool. And obviously launchers. The classic OG victory screens, the OG animations, all that stuff is back. And I'm excited for that too. Now, something that I think is a really cool feature too that I haven't seen any game I don't think do, and it's gonna be great for loadout videos for you guys and for people that always ask in YouTube chat, Twitch chat, all that kind of stuff is, Joe, what's your attachment? Show me the build. Now, if you inspect the weapon in-game, it's gonna show you what attachments are on the gun. I think that's gonna be dope for edits, for intros, for all that kind of stuff, and in-game showing what attachments are on certain weapons. You can also turn this option off if you don't like it, but I think definitely keeping this on is gonna be great if you find random guns, knowing what attachments are on it and all that kind of stuff. That's a cool change, a great change, and it will show 3D in-game, which is dope. Now, audio. Getting on to probably one of the most important things in the game is audio. It's always been bad for a long time in Warzone, especially for the last couple months, but it's looking like we'll see what they do. The classic Warzone OG, I said it again, Verdansk audio is coming back. The cinematics, the music, the announcer, the hit markers. And I know that sounds small, but that is gonna give that immersive feel to how Verdansk felt, and I am very excited for that. Obviously, we have a lot of adjustments to audio. Now, the biggest thing is, like I say with patch notes, I have to feel it, I have to hear it, I have to play the game. I learned my lesson multiple times of gassing up patch notes or from a creator call, but by not playing the game yet and thinking that this stuff is gonna be a drastic change, and it's not. So we'll see, but it is looking like they are gonna be doing a big change to audio. Reverb, all that kind of stuff, improve sound behavior around corners, custom tuned data specifically for Warzone, sound modifiers, new procedural audio technology that dynamically adjusts sounds based on gameplay elements, angle, elevation, like all this stuff sounds great, but how does it play is so important. Footsteps and ladders, obviously hearing somebody mantle, what they're on, cloth gear and mantling, the clarity and volume of mantling and sounds for friendlies and enemies, and mantling audio and loadout chest, and all this stuff sounds incredible, but again, how does it sound in game? So fingers crossed we will get a very, very good and tuned audio, because I preach to them, audio is so important for returning players and those try-hard players too. If people go back to Verdansk and they can't hear and it doesn't feel like it used to feel and hear and sound like it used to sound, people aren't gonna play. Now, if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure to smash that like button. I got you guys with a ton of banger content, so make sure to subscribe down below. Turn on those noties, because we're about to be cooking with the content. We might be back. OG JoeWo is back. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.